What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Rich Knight back once again. So today we're back on the C-10 project. Today we're going to be replacing some shift solenoids. In order to do that, we got to get the transmission pan off. And unfortunately, our transmission pan doesn't have a drain plug. So we're going to have to do it the old-fashioned way. So I'll take you underneath and show you what we're working with.
Dark side, light this bitch up.
Bottom of our transmission pan, that's the front of the engine. This is the rear. There's these 17 bolts that go around the bottom of the transmission pan, and then there's a gasket. So what we need to do is loosen these up. We have a oil pan that we're going to drain our transmission fluid in, because this is brand new transmission fluid, and it's about $33 for 5 quarts of it. And I think this takes 11 quarts. So yeah, we're going to try to keep as much of it as possible and reuse it. So I won't bore you with taking these bolts out. I believe these are 9/16 or either 1/2 inch. Either way, we're going to get them out, get our pan off, get the fluid out of it, and then go from there. All right, YouTube, we got our new oil pan in. So this one actually has the drain plug in it right here, where stock one did not have the drain plug in it. So first things first, we got a new filter, which is right here. Our new filter here, and we got a new gasket, and it's just better to go ahead and replace your gasket, especially if you're already in here, and replace your filter. Since you already got this loose, there's no sense in having to take this thing back loose again just to replace a filter if you can do it now. Excuse me. We also got our solenoids that we're going to replace. So these two are the A and B solenoids, or the 1 and 2. We have our, one of these is the TCC, which is your torque converter solenoid, and then the other one is your downshift. So I think this one is your downshift, and then this one goes to your TCC transmission converter, and then this one goes, I think, up front, and it has an 8mm bolt that holds it in along with a little fork. But once we get underneath here, I'll show you where this one goes. I can't remember what it does, but we're going to replace all of these and call it a day. Alright, so we're under here. So in the rear, you have your two A and B solenoids right here. These are both the same, or people call them the 1 and 2. I let this drain overnight, so hopefully I won't get too wet. Right here is where that other, that 5th solenoid goes. Right here, there's an 8mm bolt that's right here. Then we'll pull that one out. And then up front, you have your, I believe this is the TCC, and then this one over here is your downshift. So basically, you gotta be careful with these little plugs. They're brittle. They just pop off just like that. Same thing on this side. You just pop off like that. And in here, there is a little clip inside of these little slots. So basically, you have to use a pick or something to be able to get those out. So I will go get my pick and we'll get some of these out, and I'll show you what these things look like once they come out. A little pick to pull this out, and basically this is what this clip looks like. So make sure you keep this, because this does not come in the kit and you will need to reuse it. So what we'll do is we'll pull these out one at a time and we'll replace them. So I will set this down right here. Basically, you just kind of pull it out like this, and this will leak some transmission fluid, so just FYI. So there's one, and you just put it back in the same way, so I won't bore you with that, and then we'll go to the next one. You just pop this one back in like this. Here, click, and then you just take your clip, slide your clip back in, just like that. Then you plug it back in, and there you go. So I'll do the rest of these, and we'll be back. All right, YouTube, after replacing all of our solenoids, our transmission still did not work, so we ended up having to get a different transmission. So this is a remanufactured transmission. It came from Dynashay out in Yukon, Oklahoma. This one is fully rebuilt. It comes with a torque converter right here. Torque converter already comes pre-filled with 2 quarts of transmission fluid. That's why you have the little green cap on it. This one will take approximately 10 quarts. So there's some things that we got to transfer from the old transmission into a new one. The first one is this vent hose. Then we have to transfer our gear selector lever right here. Then we need to put our neutral safety switch on that goes right here in these 2 holes. Again, we need to put our neutral safety switch on. It goes in these 2 holes. We put this bracket back on. On this side, we need to put our transmission lines in here and here. And then we need to put our grommet in for our dipstick. And then the plug itself. And it comes with a new grommet right here. All right, YouTube, we got our transmission back in. This is the rebuilt 460 LE transmission. We have a new torque converter, as you can see right there. We got all our bolts in all the way around. We scratched our pan up a little bit, but that's okay. It's a truck. We got our neutral safety switch in. We got our shift linkage back in. On this side, we got Transmission mount back in, transmission cross member, bolt it in right there. We have on this side here is our vehicle safety speed sensor. This tells you how fast you're going. We have our plug in somewhere over in here, right here. That's our plug. We did a standalone harness because we were thinking that something was bad with the old harness. So I haven't pulled it out yet. I just got it tied up right back here. So it is tied up right there. And we got our transmission lines in right up here. So I find out that our file was bad in our computer. It was corrupted. So whoever had this before us went there and did some things. We got our new standalone harness plugged in. That's why you see all these little wires hanging out. So I got to clean those up. But I did get it loomed, so it runs across here, goes down the back of the engine and to the transmission. So we'll get that cleaned up. My friend Joe came over and redid our computer, took a file from my 04 Tahoe, put it in, no issues, no codes, nothing, so we're good to go there. In the next video, I think we're going to readdress the wiring, just because this wiring is 50 years old and there's a lot of stuff that was hacked on it here and there. So like we can't get our windshield wipers to work, we can't get the blower motor for the heater to work, and it's about to get winter. So we did do a temporary bypass for the heater hose. As you can see right here, we took the heater hoses off, but I have them. So now that we got our new harness, we're going to put that in next time and go over that. But until next time, as always, thank you for liking, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for everyone who's been hanging around. Welcome to all the new folks. E, I see you, boy, I see you. On to the next one. Peace.